Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm here with the Losi 22S drag car kit. And I just want to come on shortly to show you how to gain access to the steering servo. So if you got this kit and you're trying to install a servo, or if you have the RTR version and you want to, replace the stock servo, if you want to upgrade the stock servo, well, I'm gonna show you how to gain access to it so you can do that, because I didn't really see videos about how to get to the servo, how to change out that servo, so I just wanted to do it here. So it's gonna be very short. I'm gonna try to be very detailed about it, but it's real easy. So, and what I found out is just some simple things. Show you here. You have, let's see if I can show it to you. There we go. So you have this middle screw here that you do not have to take all the way out. You can just back it out, just loosen it up, back it out, but not all the way out. This screw and this screw. Just loosen those up so you can, like I said, don't take them out. You don't have to. But if you want to, you can, but you don't have to. Just back it out. And but these two screws here, this screw and this screw, you want to take all the way off. Okay, because this right here is your servo mount. So this is what where your servo will be mounted to. This right here, these two posts. So so those are the screws on top that you need to kind of work with. All right, so then what we'll do, come back up under here, or come under here and see here. These are the screws you need to take out. If I can show you, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So these 4 screws you have to take out. And when you do that, basically the mounting post for the servo will actually be loose. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take those screws out, and yeah, I'm gonna get back with you. All right, so I'm taking the screws out the bottom. So the 4 screws out the bottom I'm taking out. One of the things you want to be mindful of is the size of the screw. So these 2 front screws that I'm taking out here, they're actually going to be the longer screws. So just remember that the long screws would go to the front, and the shorter screws, as you can see, would be in the rear. So just note that. So now let's go back up top and take care of those screws. All right, so as you can see, these screws I just bagged out enough just to give me some wiggle room, because that's what you're gonna need once you take these 2 screws out. So let me finish taking these 2 screws out. All right. So now, like I said, these screws you don't have to take out, but you can if you want to. But I just bagged them out enough just to give me some wiggle room if I need it. So now you should be able to, if you don't have a servo mounted on here already, it's easy to take this off. You just slide them out. All right, and that's that. And you see that little notch right here? Let me point at it. You see this little piece here, this little notch. Boom. All right. You will actually put this mount, make sure that slot is in front of it, and that holds it in place and kind of help lines you up with that hole. So also be mindful that you have a left and right. So this got an R on that. So when you're putting it back in, you put that there and you put the left on that side. But anyway, with that being said, when you take these out, this is where your servo will be mounted on. Now you have access to that. You have access to the servo arm, and that's that. Now let's just say if you had a servo on the mount and you couldn't just slide it like this. What you would have to do is kind of lift this up a little bit, but that's why you want to loosen those screws up. And like I said, in some cases, I think these screws are very long, so you really have to probably back them out a whole lot more than what I got them. So like I said, you can take them all the way out. It might be best, but just all depends on what you need, how much room you need to get that servo out of there. So, and basically, like I said, you just be mindful of the screws and screw sizes when you take all of them out. So, but if you got this kit, like I said, you really don't need to take these screws out. Just loosen them up, and bam, got it out. Now you can mount your servo on there, and you're good to go, really. So, and you just pretty much follow your steps that you took to get it out of there, follow them to put them back in there. That's basically it. So what I like to do though is I like to go ahead and put the screws on top, put them in first just to hold the mount. I don't screw them all the way in, I just screw them in enough to hold that mount in place. So when I turn the chassis over to get the screws in the backside, these mounts don't move out of place. So, and that's really the reason why I do that. So now I just go on the backside. Got the long screw, goes back to the front. Long screw, go back to the front. Short screw, rear. Short screw, rear. All right, so we got those screws back in. Got them flushed into the hole. Now let's go back to the top side and go ahead and button these screws all the way down. So let's get that done. So, all right, guys, we got those screws all buttoned down, and now we are ready to go. Once you install your servo, you are good to go. Other than that, guys, that's it. I just want to come on and show you all, how to access that area if you needed to, since they had this big sale. If you buy the ready to run version, it's gonna come with a plastic servo. It's a plastic gear servo. So the stock servo is a plastic gear servo. So, you really don't need an expensive servo to go on these cars, since they do go in a straight line, but you ain't doing a lot of turning. But at the same time, I think you probably want something a little bit better than the plastic gears, just so those wheels can stay straight from the vibration of the track you running, how fast you may be running. So it may be a good thing to upgrade that steering servo to something stronger, more stable. All right, guys, that's all I got for you on this video. Got the Losi 22S drag car kit here. About to do some work on it for a friend and get it ready to race, and might just have to get one of these myself. But I like to build too, so I might need a kit. But all right, guys, y'all be safe, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Yeah.